Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. A note from my sponsors at Robert Gibb and Sons. Over 100 years of service to the Valley, and they have something for you. With all of the wet weather that we've had, more on the way, it's a very good idea to have your sump pump inspected. Most manufacturers recommend complete replacement in 3 to 5 years. So get yours checked so you don't find yourself ankle deep in water. Hey, it's a $135 sump inspection fee, but it's fully waived with replacement. The replacement cost only $550. So stay dry and save with Robert Gibb and Sons. Hi, Nathan. Good to have you on board, as is always the case. Drop a note right here. Let's chat about this weather. It's beautiful out there. We got to take advantage of it, and I'll call it comfortably cool as we look at your current conditions right now across the region. Hey, let's check this out. We have temperatures that are only in the 60s down to the south and even some 50s just north of Pier right now. There's some showers and thunderstorms there. The warmest weather, well, oddly enough, it's up in the Northern Valley. We have temperatures there in the mid 70s. So a look across the area: Hallock 75, Walhalla 75, Cavalier. For the Cavalier Tornadoes, it's 73 degrees. Hi, Brian. Good to see you, and thank you so very much for your support every time. You are appreciated. All of you are appreciated. And as a reminder, if you have not done so on Facebook, please click the follow button. That really helps Hutch out. And plus, you'll get some notifications from the platform that I'm going live, so you can join me more. And if you're one that doesn't like to chime in during the live, well, I'm here to tell you, I want you to let me know where you're watching from. So just get on that keyboard now and say howdy. Cheryl, hi, how are you? I hope you're having a great day. Park Rapids, overcast skies, and your current temperature in Park Rapids, 67 degrees. Walker there, 67 degrees. And for Bemidji, it's 69. And look at Lakes Country, low 70s for Fergus Falls down into Elbow Lake. And, well, Wahpeton, Breckenridge at that same reading. A lot of 70-degree weather. And if you're heading out to the Minneapolis area, for a little bit of a car show, things there are in the 60s, and we could have some wet and, well, some wet weather. Hey, I see somebody from Nimrod joining us. Hey, good to see you there. How's that old Wadena County on the north side, and not far from my folks' place out there in Staples in Todd County. Back in the day. Matt watching from Williston, North Dakota. Check this out. Minot has a 73-degree reading right now, and we'll check in on Williston at the oil patch. Ooh, the temperature's blocked, but I think it says 76, so a little bit warmer there in Williston right now. Plentywood, Montana, how about 72 for you? And out in the big sky country of eastern Montana, Sydney at 76 degrees. And now let's take a look here. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get some more Montana numbers up. Montana has a special place in my heart. I was born there. In Glendive, 79 degrees, wonderful place, and, well, beautiful and warm weather there. That's a look at our current weather. Just mowed, says Brenda. Hi, from West Fargo. Big car show there tonight. Let's check in on Fargo, West Fargo, and show you the conditions. Right now, 73 degrees at Hector International Airport. As we take a look at some of the other currents in Fargo, that wind arrow, that red thing there from the south. So the wind is blowing from the south, and it's blowing at how fast? Let's go ahead and scroll up and see. A whole 7 miles per hour. So once again, a note from my sponsors at North Dakota Super Duper Hold. Today, not necessary, but once in a while when you need hairspray, that's the kind to get right there. It'll hold the hair right on your head. Watching from Scotland, Debbie, good to have you on board. My Scottish is a little bad, and so is my accent, but it's fun to have you on board. Got to tell you, here is a look at our forecast. Now, let's talk about a couple of different things. We're going to look at a forecast model because there's some rain and thunder in the forecast. And when we look down at the area near Mobridge and Pier, you could start to see that we're seeing some thunderstorm activity forming right in the central part, not far from Chamberlain, not far from Pier here, and nothing is severe right now. But there is a risk of some stronger storms tonight, and the greatest risk of that will be where I highlight them now. The Storm Prediction Center says tonight's outlook for severe weather will generally be to the south and way south. We're talking southern parts of South Dakota out into Colorado and Cheyenne, Wyoming. So these areas, we see some stronger storms. So tonight's risk of severe weather this evening, not so much in our area. And in fact, if we get anything, this is all streaming in our general direction. So we do have some rain in the forecast. Let's get to it with a look at a forecast model here. We're going to go to this updating one right here. This updates every hour. And so we'll pop a look. It's called a high resolution radar. See how you can see the individual thunderstorm cells? We've talked about this before. No model does a real consistent job at forecasting precisely where a thunderstorm is going to form. But we do see a cluster of storms that are likely to be forming down in areas of South Dakota. So let's go ahead and I got to pop this back to a model that'll take us out into our Friday so we can see where these showers now in South Dakota are heading, right towards Watertown and right towards Huron and Sioux Falls. So it's going to track that I-90 corridor this evening, and those are not the severe ones. The strong ones are more associated with this low pressure center lifting out of the Arrowhead or Panhandle, I should say, Panhandle of Nebraska. So those storms will fester, and by the time we get to your morning, here's your morning forecast: passing showers and rumbles of thunder heading toward the Twin Cities, mainly south of Minneapolis, but good old-fashioned raindrops falling on your head on Friday morning. Now, Friday's risk of severe weather returns again. Look at this. Another wave in the atmosphere will explode with showers and thunderstorms that could be strong, particularly in South Dakota into southern Minnesota on Friday night. So check this out. These storms will track to the east and toward Minneapolis, towards northern Iowa as we go into Saturday morning. These could have some hail and wind potential into Saturday morning. For us, we're just going to have passing spits and sprinkles and a shower here and there. I do not think it's going to be overly heavy, and we certainly don't need much more rain in many locations. Please spare Parker's Prairie. Had enough, says Ron. I hear you. It's been a soggy proposition out there in Todd County for sure, as we look out towards central Minnesota and lakes area near the Brainerd Lakes area, Motley, and those areas with the tornadoes up north of there near Crosby. Not so fun. The best day of the weekend ahead is going to be on Sunday as high pressure builds in. So I think we're going to have some pleasant weather here with passing showers the next couple of days in the FM area. So here's your forecast. Let's summarize things for you right here, right quick. For your morning tomorrow afternoon, there'll be a severe chance, some stronger storms from eastern South Dakota heading toward the cities by the time we get to Saturday morning. They could still be windy on Saturday morning. There is a chance of severe along the Iowa border and mainly points south of the Twin Cities on Saturday. Storm Prediction Center does have a risk area on Saturday for the Twin Cities. For us, Saturday could bring a couple of spotty hit and miss showers, as we just showed you on that hour-by-hour forecast. Tomorrow morning, you close out your work week with temperatures not far from 60 degrees, light winds, and the best chance of rain and showers will be in our far southern counties. We could have a few spits to the north, but they'll be of the hit and miss variety. Then your afternoon temperatures, as we zoom into the Red River Valley, 70 to 75 for most of us. Under the showers, though, up north, where we'll have a few passing sprinkles here and there, Minot, Dickinson, Highway 2 corridor, looks like temperatures will be hovering in the 60s as we go through. I got a question from Brian. So possible storms tomorrow in Lake Benton, Minnesota. I got to tell you, we'll take a look at that. But yes, indeed, most of Minnesota, particularly the southern fringe of the state, will have that chance of some storms that could be strong. So keep that in mind. The Lake Benton area here is definitely going to be in the path of those storms, not far from here, right? Not far from that I-90 corridor. So keep that in mind. We do have that thunder chance that will be most prominent as we go through your Friday afternoon along the South Dakota border, and those storms head toward the Twin Cities as we go into the morning on your Saturday. So it does look like temperatures will be a little cooler as we close out our work week. Near Duluth, 60s. We will have the heat is on. And this is the hot, humid air that will fuel those strong thunderstorms along that I-90 corridor Friday night and into Saturday morning. After that, it should gradually become a lot better. So that's your planning forecast. Here's what it looks like on the pen and paper, right? 7-day planner brought to you by my friends at Precision Lawn and Landscaping. Give them a call today. Ask them about Hutch's discount. New customers, 10% off lawn maintenance. Now, if you're like me, sometimes you hear that like that, that's mosquitoes, right? And you're swatting them suckers, and it makes it a little bit difficult to enjoy your time. They can help you with that. Ask my friends over there at Precision Lawn and Landscape, and they can apply a family-friendly, pet-friendly treatment that lasts up to 3 weeks to help take care of those. And they service Lakes area near Park Rapids and Detroit Lakes as well. Give them a call today. Temperatures pretty cool as we close out the work week and start into the weekend. Sunday, the pick day, temperatures will be on a rebound. There could be a spit of rain in northern Minnesota. After that, the heat is on. Will be 85 to 90 as we go through next week, through the entirety. Best chance of showers and storms looks to be Monday and Tuesday, but they're going to be spotty at best. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I'll look here for a couple more questions and see, and that looks like that's about it. And again, thanks so very much for liking the videos. Thanks so much for hitting on the button there to follow Hutch on Facebook to get your notifications. And somebody's asking, how will Brainerd be this weekend? The Brainerd Lakes area will be wet. There will be some rain, and the heaviest will fall down to the south. Let me show you a model look here. And for this, I'm going to go to the European model, and we'll look at the rainfall amounts real quick as we wrap this up, because I think that's important to understand with all of the flooding that's been going on around the region. And what we're going to look at specifically is our region. So pardon me while I zoom in. And now what we're going to do is take a look at how much rain we'll expect. This isn't on an individual day, but this is going to add up from now all the way until we get into, let's go to Sunday when the rain chances end. So here's Friday night. Look at the rain potential down to the southeastern South Dakota, southern Minnesota. And then we'll point out the Brainerd Lakes area once we get into Sunday. Once we get into the midday hours on Sunday, our rain chances will all but be over. And I don't want you to look at the specific number that it has in the Brainerd Lakes area here. I'm going to zoom in with my eyeballs here and make sure I'm looking at the right place. It does look like the Brainerd Lakes area is looking in the area where the potential for over an inch is real. So many of you will probably see 3/4 of an inch of rain. Under the thunderstorms, it could be even higher than that. And some areas, notice down here, along into southern parts of Minnesota, look at the bullseyes here. The rainfall potential is once again, some spots getting over 3 inches of rain, maybe 4 inches of rain. So up north, not so much. If you're enjoying the outdoors in Polk County, Minnesota, not as much rain there. As we go into the weekend, things are looking a little bit better. All right, thanks for watching. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson, watching from a volleyball game in Fertile. Cindy, good to see you out and about, having some fun out there. It's awesome. You can watch Hutch's weather anywhere. Please pass it along to your friends, Cindy. I appreciate that very much. And best of luck to you and your players from your area and the Fertile area too, like all of them. All right, nice shirt color on me. Thank you, Brenda. It's my Let's Get in the Car and Cruise shirt, and that's what we're going to be doing. Have a wonderful Thursday evening. Be ready for wet weather, particularly in the south. We're not going to be rain-free in the north, but it'll be less widespread and a lot less heavy than in central and southern South Dakota and central and southern